Vietnam Weekly News Highlights. Vietnam's airlines reopen international flights to 20 countries, territories. Vietnam to get highest trade, income gains among RCEP members. Vietnamese overseas investment soars in January. FDI attraction hit nearly $5 billion during 2-month period. IFC and partners to develop $300 million super port in Vietnam. Keppel, Savico cooperate on sustainable energy and urbanization solutions in Vietnam. Vietnam has reopened international routes to and from 20 countries and territories, said Tran Bao Ngoc, Director of the Transport Department under the Ministry of Transport. The country opened international flights to and from 28 countries and territories according to the winter flight schedule applied in 2019. Specifically, Vietnam's international routes have reopened to countries and territories including Cambodia, Hong Kong, China, Japan, Korea, Malaysia, Philippines, Qatar, Singapore, Taiwan, China, Thailand, and Turkey, United Arab Emirates, Laos, mainland China, France, Germany, UK, Australia, Russia, and the US. The remaining 8 countries that have not reopened flights are Brunei, India, Indonesia, Myanmar, Macau, Finland, Italy, and Switzerland. Vietnam is expected to register the highest trade and income gains among Regional Comprehensive Economic (RCEP) members, according to a World Bank (WB's) working paper. With the implementation of RCEP, the market for Vietnam will expand, particularly to China, where Vietnam does not currently possess any trade agreement. Gains in the productivity kick scenario are concentrated mostly in the manufacturing sectors, in particular wearing apparel, electrical equipment, and textiles, WB reported. Local enterprises invested a total of $36.9 million abroad in January, representing an 11.7-fold increase compared to the same period from last year, according to figures given by the Ministry of Planning and Investment. During the course of this period, firms received investment licenses for 15 projects worth roughly $44.2 million, an increase of 14 times against last year's corresponding period. Of the figure, $9.19 million was added to one project, while another project was adjusted to decrease capital by a total of $16.4 million. Capital outflows were mainly poured into 9 industries, with the mining sector taking the lead with a new project capitalized at $35.54 million, followed by the financial and banking sector with $9.19 million, in addition to the wholesale and retail and transportation and warehousing sectors. Vietnam attracted approximately $5 billion in foreign direct investment, FDI, during the opening 2 months of the year, equivalent to roughly 91.5% against the same period last year, according to statistics released by the Ministry of Planning and Investment. The decrease in newly registered investment capital can largely be attributed to a lack of large-scale projects, with only one project featuring large investment capital of up to $136.4 million. Most notably, the disbursement of FDI projects in the reviewed period was estimated to be $2.68 billion, an increase of 7.2% compared to last year's corresponding period. These positive signs are attributable to the government's prompt solutions aimed at helping pandemic-hit businesses maintain and expand their production activities. Southeast Asia's logistics sector is set to receive a significant boost following a new partnership between the International Finance Corporation (IFC) and 2 of the region's leading companies, which will work together to develop an international logistics superport in Vietnam. Located roughly 60 kilometers outside of Hanoi in the northern province of Vinh Phuc, the project will be one of the country's first ICDs with multimodal facilities, including an international distribution center and an inland port for rail connectivity and air transportation. The establishment of such a logistics hub in the north of Vietnam will significantly improve the processing of domestic and international trade, reducing logistics costs and improving the country's trade competitiveness as it aims to become a new regional supply chain hub. Keppel Group and Savico Group signed a Memorandum of Understanding on February 25 to develop and roll out sustainable energy and smart, sustainable township management services in Vietnam. Through their subsidiaries, the two parties will coordinate to explore the development and rollout of energy and environmental solutions, as well as identify, develop, operate and manage smart and sustainable projects in Vietnam's key cities, starting with Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi. The Memorandum of Understanding was signed in the presence of Vietnam's President Nguyen Xuan Phuc, who is on a state visit to Singapore. This collaboration marks a milestone in the strategic partnership between two corporations, leveraging the strengths of Keppel and Savico Group's proven track record and presence across a wide range of businesses including banking and finance, real estate, aviation, and energy. Hanoi Weekly News Highlights. Apartment prices increased by hundreds of millions of dong. Hanoi plans to add 2 more urban areas of nearly 600 hectares. EU committed to soon completion of non-Hanoi train station metro line. Hanoi posts average GRDP growth of 6.83% in 2011 to 2020. Only in about 2 months, secondary sale prices of many apartments increased by several hundred million dong. According to data from Savills, housing supply in 2021 decreased by 19% compared to the previous year. This is also the lowest supply in 5 years. Meanwhile, the demand for houses, especially apartments, is still increasing. Colliers Vietnam Real Estate Market Research Report in the last quarter of 2021 shows that apartment transactions in Hanoi increased sharply due to high demand after the epidemic. Because of that, the selling price increased by 5 to 10% compared to the fourth quarter of 2020, especially projects located in the west and east of Hanoi, which have potential for infrastructure development. This report also assessed that the price increase trend in 2022 is expected to continue for projects with prime and high-class locations due to increased land prices and construction costs. Besides, according to Colliers, housing prices in Hanoi are very competitive and the prospect of capital growth and high yields are attracting foreign interest. Recently, the City People's Committee Hanoi has issued 2 documents approving the urban subdivision of Vien Son Ward and the urban subdivision of Trung Son Tram Ward, Son Tay Town, at the rate of 1:2000. Accordingly, the study area of the urban zoning planning of Vien Son Ward, Son Tay Town is about 296.78 ha. The forecasted population size by 2030 is about 18,650 people. The urban area of Trung Son Tram Ward is about 360.89 ha. The forecasted population size by 2030 is about 13,100 people. The function of the area is an urban development area with a system of green space, attractive water surface, and a synchronous technical and social infrastructure system. The EU would continue to support the local authorities for the soon completion of the Metro Line Non-A Hanoi train station, with financial backing from the French government, the French Development Agency, AFD, and the European Investment Bank, EIB. EU highlighted Hanoi's efforts in gearing up the project, seen as a symbol for the close relationship between the EU and Vietnam. Chairman of the Hanoi People's Committee Chu Nakhon thanked the EU for assisting the capital city in completing the Non-Hanoi Station Urban Railway project. Deputy head of the Hanoi Urban Railway Management Unit Tran Ba Sun noted nearly 75% of the project's work volume has so far been completed, which remains on track to operate by late 2022. Hanoi has achieved major results in implementing Politburo's Resolution No. 11 on the development of the capital city during the 2011 to 2020 period. the city's socialist-oriented market economy has continued its upward trend with an average GRDP growth of 6.83% during the 2011 to 2020 period, or 1.15-fold higher than the national average. By 2030, Hanoi is set to become a modern, green and smart city with high competitiveness in the region and of the world, with an average GRDP growth of 8 to 8.5% for the 2026 to 2030 period and a GRDP per capita of $12,000 to $13,000. Ho Chi Minh Weekly News Highlights. 5 expressways to take shape in southern Vietnam. 3 large-scale expressway projects soon to be constructed. Ho Chi Minh City Financial Center proposal shelves entertainment focus. U.S. investors want to build Disneyland in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnamese tycoon. Strategic partnership between Masterize Homes Foster Plus Partners to develop the global city, the new downtown in Ho Chi Minh City. Ho Chi Minh City strives to reduce low-income households by 2025. Projects to build 5 expressway routes in southern Vietnam will be implemented this year to boost regional connectivity. Ho Chi Minh City's Transport Department has proposed the city administration allocates funding for the work of preparing, appraising, and deciding the investment policy for the Ho Chi Minh City, Moc Bai Expressway within this year. Also in the southeastern region, work on Bien Hoa, Vung Ta Expressway, which was approved 10 years ago, will soon start now the Ministry of Transport has sorted out its funding issue. The Transport Ministry early this month proposed Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh approves Dog Ye, Tan Phu Expressway that stretches around 60 kilometers under the Build Operate Transfer, BOT, format. In the Mekong Delta, which is home to some 20 million people and contributes 18% to the nation's economic growth, 2 projects will be executed. Work on Kaolin An Hu Expressway that stretches more than 27 kilometers to connect Tianjiang and Dong That provinces will be started within this year for basic completion in 2025. The other project is Chao Doc, Can Tho, Soc Trang Expressway, which will run along the Hao River, a branch of the Mekong River, from Chao Doc town in An Giang near the Cambodian border to coastal Soc Trang town, passing through Can Tho and the provinces of Ha Giang and Soc Trang. The project is considered a key piece to complete the transport network in the area and boost connectivity with Cambodia and other Southeast Asian countries. Investment preparations are in full swing from the government, relevant ministries, and sectors regarding highway construction projects during the next 5 years, focusing on 3 massive expressway projects undertaken by the Ministry of Transport between Bien Hoa Vung Ta, Con Hoa Buon Ma Thuat, and Chao Doc Con Tho Soc Trang Tranda. The Prime Minister has signed 2 decisions on founding State Appraisal Council to appraise the pre-feasibility study reports of 2 expressway projects, namely the ones between Bien Hoa and Vung Ta and Con Hoa and Buon Ma Thuat, based on proposals from Minister of Planning and Investment Nguyen Chi Dung. On February 10, Minister of Transport Nguyen Van The had proposed the Prime Minister and the National Assembly, NA, decide on investment policies of the 3 expressways to create a key driving force for development in the Southeast region, the Central Highlands, and the Mekong Delta. These highway projects are prioritized for implementation by the government, with funding to be sourced from mid-term public investment and capital sources under the Program on Socio-Economic Development and Rebound, striving for completion before 2026. The International Financial Center being planned for Ho Chi Minh City will not focus on entertainment complexes and casinos, according to the first draft plan for the center. Under the draft, it will have 3 main components: a money market banking system, a capital market, and a derivatives market. The city will build 4 specific action programs: fintech, digital banking and financial service development, regional integration, lithium financial, commercial and financial zone development, and derivatives market development. The roadmap for the city's financial center envisages first 5-year, 2021 to 2025, phase is a period when the city would consolidating its role as a national financial center. It would grow into a regional hub by 2030 and be among the top 20 international financial centers by 2045. A number of American investors have proposed building world-famous theme parks in Vietnam, including a Disneyland in Ho Chi Minh City. Jonathan Han Nguyen, business tycoon and chairman of IMEX Pan Pacific Group, IPPG, told a discussion held in the southern city on Thursday. The event, organized by Nuoi Lao Dong, laborers, newspaper, focused on creating a breakthrough for the economic development of Vietnam and Ho Chi Minh City. American consultants have initially appraised the plan for its feasibility, according to him. Competent Vietnamese ministries and agencies are also expected to give suggestions to the project. Once the plan is approved, according to the U.S. investors' initial commitment, they will first pour about $10 billion into Vietnam, of which $4 billion will be allocated to Da Nang and $6 billion to Ho Chi Minh City, Nguyen said. In addition to the written commitment worth $10 billion by the U.S. investors, we have more than 68 documents and letters exchanged with the U.S. Congress and leaders of the two countries regarding the proposal. The U.S. investors estimate that the Disneyland in Ho Chi Minh City will attract 25 million tourists a year, while the Universal Studio in Hanoi will also draw 25 million visitors, and the SeaWorld in Con Hoa Province will bring in 20 million holidaymakers. The Ho Chi Minh City Administration has assigned the Ho Chi Minh City Finance and Investment State-Owned Company, HFIC, to collect opinions from experts in preparation for a report to submit to the government, the state and the party for consideration. The award-winning architectural design and engineering firm confirmed for the global city's master plan to help achieve its vision of becoming a modern urban neighborhood, the second downtown of Ho Chi Minh City. Mr. Youssef Akila, head of design Masterize Homes, commented, "We are delighted to be partnering with one of the world's most recognized names in architecture and design to realize our vision for the global city. There is a natural synergy with Foster Plus Partners, whose ongoing commitment towards sustainability and green projects is aligned with our commitment to creating an iconic development with worldwide recognition, contributing to the community and promoting society sustainability. The global city will be another milestone in our journey of bringing world-class excellence to Vietnam." Following the concept of new urbanism, the global city will be a diverse and sophisticated neighborhood, integrating a full range of facilities for a future downtown city alongside residential units. The Giga development, located in An Phu Ward, Thu Duc City, boasts excellent connectivity with easy access to highways, major roads, metro lines. The 117.4-hectare master plan will include high-rise and low-rise apartments, villas and social housing, schools, medical and administration facilities, a 125,000 SQM Grade A shopping mall and other amenities to create a sustainable, mixed-use community. Ho Chi Minh City set a target that by the end of 2025, there will be no poor households as per the national poverty level, and there is less than 0.5% of poverty households according to the city's poverty line. According to the Ho Chi Minh City Standing Committee of the Sustainable Poverty Reduction Program, by the end of 2021, the southern metropolis reported 36,664 poor households accounting for 1.45% of total households and 19,562 near-poor households accounting for 0.77% of the total number of households. At the beginning of 2016, Ho Chi Minh City had 67,090 poor households accounting for 3.36% of total households, and 48,154 near-poor households accounting for 2.41% of total households. According to the national definition of the poverty line and near-poor households, families in rural areas with a monthly income of 1.5 million dongs per person or less and families in urban areas with a monthly income of 2 million dongs are classed as living below the poverty line. Meanwhile, Ho Chi Minh City defines the poverty line as having an income of less than 36 million dongs a person yearly and near-poor households having an income of more than 36 million dongs to 46 million dongs per person annually.